This is Teddy Keckstaff from Forex Trading Unlocked, and we are here on Friday, June 4th, 2021 with a Forex market analysis for you. We're going to show you our disclaimer real quick to remind you that this video is for illustrative and educational purposes only. And also just want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Forex Trading Unlocked, and our Twitch channel also, Forex Trading Unlocked. And while you're at it, check out the book High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns, available on Amazon.com, available in paperback and Kindle versions, written by yours truly. We got a couple of these signals that we're going to talk about also today. All right. Let's go to our live action screen. We have the forex-trading-unlock.com website pulled up for you here. And we already have the workstation page pulled up with a Euro-US dollar chart. As you can see, the Euro-US dollar is bouncing back from the sell-off it had yesterday. However, it did make a lower move low on the day. We have a little bit of a recovery going on. The oil is spiking today as we speak. The interest rates are fairly stable. Right now, we're looking at this as a little bit of a profit-taking rally. So far, we have hit our short-term targets for the Euro-US dollar, and we are looking for yet newer move lows over the course of the next few sessions. We had a sell signal right here, which was a bearish engulfing line sell signal. This red day here, we had probed into our initial target first here, came back, set a. Let me move this arrow so it's a little bit better. Alright, let's put this kind of arrow in here. There you go. Alright, so we had come back to make a lower move high and a lower move low. This puts us on the short-term bearish campaign. We are off the neutral campaign. We'll see what kind of digestion occurs later on in the day. Remember, European markets are coming offline. All we have left is the U.S. markets to settle out the week. We'll see how things start to manifest over the course of the day. Alright, so the Euro-US dollar, right now we do not have any more for you, except that we're looking for a return to support over the next couple sessions and try and still get probed down towards this 120.5 area. All right, let's look at the British pound, US dollar. British pound, US dollar, we've seen a big rally here. I attribute this mostly to the rally in oil. We had a sell signal here as well. The other day, this was a bearish engulfing line, just like what we had earlier a week prior in the Euro-US dollar. This short-term target hit the very minor downside target and bounced yesterday. We were looking for a little bit more as far as the signal goes, but this is a counter trend trade because of oil rallying up to be right just below $70 a barrel right now. It's very hard to keep this British pound US dollar down. Most likely, especially if oil continues to creep higher on the day, you could still see an explosive rally to the upside with the British pound. You may even see new highs, multi-month highs on the day. Be very mindful of that. If you are a bear versus the pound US dollar, do not be risking anything more than the previous high from a few sessions ago, because you will be hard pressed to fight the momentum. Remember, British pound US dollar on over the long term is a major bull. It is not a bear. There's many of things that you could say would be bearish to British pound, but with the rally in oil, it is really hard for the pound dollar cross to be weak. This is just all we can say about this one. So be mindful of this high from a few sessions ago. The sell signal, like I said, touched the first short-term downside target, bounced pretty strong today after setting a lower move low. We'll see how things manifest. If oil comes off its highs and has a little bit of a sell-off, then maybe we'll get a relief and see a turn towards support. But like I said, if you see oil get above $70 a barrel especially, it is very unlikely that you are going to be finding higher move highs. So for the weak bulls out there that are trying to buy in front of these highs, I would key off of the low from today as your risk. Anything below here would confirm new move lows, and also more selling pressure will be probably on the menu. But once again, be very mindful of the fact that oil is rallying. So the US dollar, after having a nice little lift yesterday, is getting not so much help today. Higher move high in the US dollar Swiss. The dollar spiked against these currencies today, against all the majors, or most of the majors, and now is falling back. So the question is Is the dollar going to return to the weakness that has been prevailing for the past few months, or is this just a turnaround Friday reaction to just an overzealous bullish dollar market yesterday? Right now, we came off of a higher move low and made a higher move high yesterday in the Swiss. This one as well, I would key off of the low from a few sessions back. If you are a bull, be very mindful of this one, that if the dollar falls apart again, we could be banging support. This one, however, with oil being as strong as it is very unlikely. You're most likely going to see a rounding out bottom and not a return to support. You can see that this one is not correcting as much today as the other ones are. Let's look at the US dollar JPY. US dollar JPY has a very big outside day here. This is big. We have to see how this ends today. Should we get a close like this in the US dollar yen, it is very likely that we will see an extended sell-off going into Monday and Tuesday's trade. However, with oil doing what it's doing, this is a very odd occurrence right here. Instead of being down, it would be more likely that this should be up, making new highs. So I would be very cautious with this trade today. Wait and see what happens with the close today. If you're already short, work it against this high from yesterday or today. Anything above here is definitely bullish. Below here, we're looking to challenge, make a test of support. However, remember, we are coming off of higher move highs and higher move lows. The key would be is today, if we could take out the low from a couple sessions ago. Very unlikely. However, anything is possible. And then also this key area here, so 108.59 is probably the base holding up this trade. With oil being higher right now, it's really unlikely that this is going to maintain itself. I think that because the dollar is under pressure, period, that the yen is being bought right now. But be careful, this could snap back very, very fast. Think about it. You saw how the Swiss looks like. It doesn't have such a big range. The euro and the pound are moving. The yen is moving. So the big currencies are moving around the globe. But this is not reactionary to what's going on with oil. This is more of a dollar move, and I think that this could snap very, very fast, where you could see dollar weakness versus the pound and many other currencies. But if oil continues to rally, your most odds are very likely that the US dollar will gain support against the Japanese yen. So be cautious with this one. Even though we have a bearish engulfing line sell signal forming right now, the day is not over. We'll have to see how things manifest come the end of the session. Australian dollar, US dollar probed a new move low yesterday and has snapped back in a big way. This one did not make a lower move low today. So this is one where the dollar did not have quite the strength that it has versus the other currencies. This one here is in a short-term bear trend, making lower move lows after lower move highs. I would use cautious with this one. It's a big choppy sideways trade. There's really no follow through here. This is a range trader's delight, buying into new lows and selling into new highs. It just doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. We don't have a signal here. I would wait for one. There's other crosses with the Australian dollar that have some trend possibilities and swing trading possibilities. This one here is a tough one. I would stay away from this one for a while. New Zealand dollar, US dollar aims to disappoint also. This one here made a probe to lower move low yesterday, is doing the same thing as the Australian dollar is today, not making new lows, with the dollar bouncing back and settling into this neutral range. This is another one that, this one we're a little bit more bullish than we are the Australian dollar, US dollar, but even this one is floating through a very sideways trade. US dollar, Canada. Here we go. This one tried to spark a move. We're coming off a newer move low a few days ago. We have failed to make a higher move high today. With oil doing what it's doing, it's really unlikely that we're going to take out this high from the other day. And should we start to come back on its lows, don't be surprised that this market doesn't continue to trend lower into next week. This is an overall bear. It is grinding with the oil trade, and there's also some geopolitical reasons why the tensions between Canada and the United States are also straining this currency. BTCUSD, here's another one that's selling off today. We have Bitcoin that's in the gutter as well. This is coming off of a higher move low after a lower move high, and now we've made a lower move high here. This is key. The high from yesterday now becomes our barrier. Anything below here keeps this market bearish. Above here we can look at potential rounding bottom and finding some bullish momentum to lift the cryptocurrency market as a whole. With this being suppressed, it is very likely that you're going to see a little bit more pressure in some of the other cryptocurrencies. Let's take a look at Ethereum right now and see where this is at. This one's acting in the same way. This also failed to make a higher move high after a higher move low. Key off of these key pivots, I think that this one is set up for a little bit more of a range trade. It's trying to break out to the upside. It's having difficulty, I think mostly because the whole crypto sector right now is having a little bit of a sell-off. So be mindful of this right now as far as what's going on. Sideways is the trade here, and that's what we're looking for. Sorry for the phone there, folks. Thought we had turned the ringer off. Anyhow, Ethereum expected to be under pressure today for a little bit, and also more of a sideways trade as this market starts to continue to base. XMRUSD, let's look at the Monero. Monero is also having a little bit of a slide today. This one did poke higher move highs, so this one is coming off of a higher move low, lower move high, higher move low, higher move high. This one here is trying to be bullish. It's set its base. This one really is fighting to keep on making a run at resistance. Right now it's under pressure because I think of the broad sector of cryptocurrencies is under pressure. I'd be mindful of this one. Look to buy dips in this one. If you're looking at this currency, I'd be cautious selling at these levels right now because it looks like it's ready to snap back to the upside. There's different dynamics for all these cryptocurrencies. Remember, things like Ethereum and Monero and Ripple, they have some viable reason for their technology to be used more so than others. They're also accepted more than others and seem to have a more potential to go mainstream than a lot of the other ones that are out there. Remember, there's so many cryptocurrencies now, not to discount the technologies involved, but there is a standardization which is starting to come into play. You can only use integrate so many of these different cryptocurrencies into both the financial systems and other order systems and what have you, or as far as adding the blockchain to finance and business. So let's look at the Dogecoin that everyone keeps looking at. Whoops, let's do it right. DOGEUSD. All right, DOGEUSD. This one's coming off a higher move high after a higher move low, trying to become bullish, but however, this is not looking so hot today. This right here, we are coming off a 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4-day rally, but it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back to here. So this one right here, if we're looking at this, if this is a correction and this is a major head and shoulders, then that does not bode well for this market. So unlike the other cryptocurrencies, we have this, which is showing a shoulder. Then we have up here, we have our head. And then we have over here, which could be considered another shoulder. So should this be a major head and shoulders in the longer run, then we are looking for a violation of this upward sloping support line, which is the neckline from this trade. Another key thing would be these levels right here. This low right here from a week ago is very critical, just like this low right here is. Any failure from this area right here would definitely be hard pressed to keep the bulls having any strength in this Dogecoin market. What I would be very mindful of is also what's occurring today. This little setup right here is a high probable Japanese candlestick sell signal. If this market settles the way it is trading right now. If it does not settle the way it is trading right now, then all bets are off the table. We're not worried about this. We will see how this trades settles at the end of the day today, and then we'll confirm what the bias that we will have then. I would be very, very mindful. This is a big signal for Dogecoin. For all those of you who are looking to hold this in the longer run, or for those that are looking to buy into this, should we start to fail through these areas right here, you're going to have the potential to buy this back below 20 cents. For a while, it's been like buy it at 30 and then sell it when it gets above 40 or 50 cents. That worked a couple times, and now it's been a bit of a choppy trade. Now 30 cents for some reason seems to be a psychological number spoken by a lot of the meme followers for Dogecoin. Does it really have a value at 30 cents? I don't think so. I think just 30 happens to be a magic number that people are looking to buy at. You know, they're thinking, oh, 30 cents, I'll get it right up to $1. Who can't go back down to 10 cents, right? Well, we'll see. If this truly is a head and shoulders, and we have this fall through these levels here, especially this 21-cent area, then I would bet that you're going to have a chance at buying Dogecoin back around 10 cents to a nickel, somewhere back around where it was here. Now, the key thing with Dogecoin is that it is a meme pet rock type of environment. Should it end up being that people start to grasp the technology and use it on a mainstream basis, that would give it much more value. That is the one hindrance to this coin. So that's something to be very, very mindful as you move forward in the crypto space with that crypto asset as it is. So the euro US dollar once again is firmer on the day. We don't have much action here to talk about outside of that. We'll see how things manifest at the end of the day and give you the signals and the analysis for the new week ahead later on today or this weekend. So you guys have a great day. Be mindful of what's going on in the markets. Remember, it is Friday. Don't try and push it. If you're not in a trade, don't get into a new one. Just try and stay flat for the weekend. There's a lot of crazy stuff that could come up as far as geopolitical, so I'd be mindful of that as well. So check out the book, Forex High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns. You can learn how to trade that pattern that we highlighted in the Dogecoin that's forming. It also works in many other markets as well. Read all about it. Check it out on Amazon.com and paperback and Kindle versions written by yours truly, Teddy Keckstead. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Forex-Trading-Unlocked is our